Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Half Hour. This show is about myself, the Halfie, and
Champ 13?
where we play games together to have fun and bullshit about random things as we go along. So grab a drink and a snack of your choice and enjoy the ride. This week, we'll be playing one of my personal favorites, TMNT, the arcade game. Now, Champ, what's your experience with this game?
I remember playing a lot of this way back in the day. Out here was a pizza place called Peter Piper, or we actually did it at a Pistol Pete's back when everybody was doing like showbiz and everything else before they turned into all of these Chuck E. Cheeses. So I
Right,
remember
right.
growing up as a kid, we used to I wasn't really ditching school, but after school we'd walk up there, we'd kind of hang out for the afternoon and play just anything and everything. And one of these was definitely a quarter muncher for sure for us.
Yeah, so the funny thing is this is the game that got me sucked into wanting to constantly go back to the arcades.
Really?
Yeah, like a lot of guys, my around my age that grew up throughout the, late 80s and 90s and stuff. We were TMNT heads. Like we love TMNT, anything, the cartoon, the comics, the toys, everything. So when I went into it was actually Chuck E. Cheese out by Oceanside. So it might have been San Diego, right? I
Yeah.
gotta I gotta check in with my family on that which one it was. But they they took me there because they knew that cabinet was in there, right? And they knew I was gonna flock straight to it. And I loved video games in general, so I would just play whatever. But when I saw this, I'm not kidding when I say I might have touched skee ball and a couple of the other, like ticket, games,
Yeah.
like for 10 minutes. And, and all my quarters just went into this. I love this game so much that my folks actually took me for my birthday there just so I could play this. And it was funny as shit because my pops was like, "Don't you want to play anything else, man?" And I'm like,
It's
"No."
Ninja Turtles.
And right, right. Well, when I opened up my gift, it happened to be an NES cart of this game.
Was it? See, now that's the question. Is it this one or was it the other one that most people know? The one that was a pain in the ass.
So I actually already had that game. Like I had already owned the
Okay.
Ubisoft one, right? And that one is a pain in the ass. This one it can be a pain too, depending on which version you play. I will say this: I personally felt the NES one was a little easier. Maybe that's because I was playing on controller. I don't know. Um, I just remember it was easier to get through. But no, like it was absolutely this game. I still have all three of my TMNT carts for the NES somewhere. Like legit, and they're all three just fantastic games.
Yeah, I mean, definitely it's one of the things that, especially during that kind of era of gaming, it was just done differently. It wasn't let's put a patch notes in and give you a day one day one update just to fix all the stuff that's wrong. So
Right.
anytime something came to the home systems, you know that thing had been freaking tested six ways to sideways to make sure before it went out.
Absolutely, man. Like this game was vetted out, man. This game right here is one of the reasons why I am such a Konami fanboy. Like there's some other titles out there like Metal Gear, right, which
Yeah.
is one of my absolute favorite series of all time. But this is what started my love for Konami. Like was this game right here. And I can't wait. I can't wait to get it going, man.
Well, let's kind of get this moving here a little bit. Oh, I don't want to test. I want to.
So here's my
Actually,
question for you, Cham.
sure.
Are you going to play this on stick or are you going to play it on controller?
For something like this, even though I was raised on like arcade sticks and everything else, it just feels that it plays better on controller for me.
I understand that. Okay, I respect it. I'm actually going to be playing on a stick because, oh man, it was just, oh, it's just a different vibe, man. Playing some of these old school games on a stick. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
Like
definitely you
it's
kind of need it for certain things for sure.
Yeah, yeah. I will say this though. I think you're gonna have the upper hand playing on controller. So you might be carrying me a little bit, but But yeah, man, I love this game.
Let's make sure that that's not super too loud.
Let me adjust my fight cade.
Great thing about the home version is you don't have to pay quarter for quarter.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I never tire of hearing that cowabunga, man. Like, just hearing the clanking of the quarter going in, and then hearing that, feedback. Oh man, just I don't know, man. Like I'm cheesing right now. I'm cheesing. I can't even deny it.
So who's your preference in this one?
Mikey, he's my favorite turtle. Period. If I'm going for actual like score and stuff, I think Donnie and Leo are the easier ones to play with. But I always gravitate towards Mikey.
I think the best thing about this is having the same theme song that was on the cartoon.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Let's see. You can't even get burned by the fire in this one, can you? No, look at that. Walk right through the fire. Like as a kid, I didn't know that. Like as a kid, I just was like, oh, stay away from the fire.
Oh yeah. Be careful of the fire that falls though. I forgot all about that.
Different
that will mess you up. Oh.
See, I never understood that. They got big giant wrecking balls that come out of the stairway, but how do they get them up there?
Well, I heard rumors that that was supposed to be part of Krang's body, and he was mad because it wasn't anatomically correct. So
that's definitely one thing you can use as explanation for it. I think there'd only be two, but I mean the 3 or 4 that come out are a whole different problem.
Well, they never got it right. You know what I mean? So he just kept tossing it back, mad. The hell out of here! Oh.
I don't understand how we got in there if there's no door. Like there's a couch.
Check out the bong, on the desk. You see that?
Oh, I didn't even pay attention to that one. Oh, there goes the first one.
Oh no!
Oh,
wow! Did we both already lose a life? Oh no! This might be a long
sacrilege
end.
as a kid.
Come on. Yeah. Get them free hits in. Yeah.
I remember a lot of jump kicking as a kid.
Well, that's you could actually if you do it right, you could actually loop them, with the jump kicks.
Yeah.
But you got to be careful.
I don't think I ever noticed him shoot up like that.
I don't remember him doing that, but we also aren't playing the NA version of the game, so I could have something to do with it. I'm not sure. Oh, but look at that, Mikey wins. Oh no!
I do love and remember the fire hydrants and just how satisfying it was to smack one of the guys with them.
Bro, how about hitting back the manhole covers? You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, the whole baseball scenario with those.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm struggling. It's been a minute.
Oh, there's the boomerang.
Oh.
So I guess that's another question. So I get that we have them all in different colors.
Uh-huh.
But I guess from the foot side of the fence, is that like a different subsection?
So the thing is, man, like when it comes to like the foot color, I think it was literally just made originally for the games. Like I don't remember the cartoon or the comics having any of that. Go ahead and get that since you have a life.
How did I
Oh,
just
you boomerang throwing mofo. Oh.
I don't remember her.
I'm telling you, man, there are subtle differences when it comes to these different region versions, and I don't know this one.
I mean, definitely strange as somebody riding by on a surfboard.
Well, I mean,
I guess it
think
was
about
a
it, man.
skateboard, right?
It's all strike, man. It's all strike.
This is true.
You know what I'm saying? Like they got spiders that are as tall as me and you. You know what I'm saying? Ah, I forgot all about that.
He's like, gotcha, bitch.
And he really did too. No, quit trying to get me with the damn bombs. You got me with it once. Oh, yep, I knew that was coming. Which that's okay, because we got coins.
Didn't they change this in the other game that when you do your I don't want to call it a super, but when you hit both buttons together instead of the jump kick.
So,
Like in Turtles
so
in
the
Time,
thing,
you have the like the spin or whatever it is you get, but
so you actually do get a super, right? Not in not in this one, but
well, that's what I'm saying in this one. Like, this is one of those games where you don't take you don't take damage for using it in this. As the big hit.
So in this one, you don't really have it, but like the game that really had the super was Manhattan Project. You would just hit both buttons.
Well, and you can still do it in this. You get different than a jump kick.
Right, but it's more of like a neutral, and everyone does the same thing. You know what I mean? Whereas in Turtles in Time, everybody, or not Turtles in Time, excuse me, Manhattan Project, everybody has a different thing. Like Mikey, if I remember correctly, basically like pushes himself backwards with his feet or with his hands and launches his feet at you. You know what I mean?
That explains why
Ralph,
like Mikey.
he's all about kicking people. You know what I'm saying? Something I can't do. So you know, we get it while we can. We get it while we can. Oh, but yeah, dang it. Oh.
Oh.
But yeah,
just keep it in start. Just keep it in start.
Oh, really? Oh.
I was wondering why it was like one.
Out here learning this fight, Kate. So out here learning. Come on, what's up, Mike? Oh.
How are these just coming out of the middle of nowhere?
Well, there's a leprechaun that's down there. You know what I mean? Yeah, with the submarine. And this
like a foot of water
and a better control panel. I would definitely recommend coming back up here.
You say that.
I will say this though.
Walk up.
Oh yeah, I mean I'm not worried about them, man. The missiles are kind of a pain, but I remember my friend used to actually he used to farm those missiles for points.
It's been so long. I don't even remember Baxter being.
What, human?
Boss. No, this boss.
Oh.
Like I always think of him as the Fly in Turtles in Time.
Yep. Oh man, I remember when they introduced him in the cartoons. You know what I mean? Like it was great. Oh. Listen to this soundtrack though. You know what I mean? Like we're talking about 1989, bro. Like, come on.
Did have a banging soundtrack though. It's amazing. Like realistically, when you think about it, this game is not as broke as you would think it was for the time frame that it came out.
Well,
You
it's
don't
like
have
you
a lot
said
of like
earlier,
AI
man.
collision. You know what I mean?
Right. But it's kind of like you said earlier, though, right? This is back when companies actually vetted their games. You know what I mean? They weren't like, oh well, hey, we can just give you
Oh god.
DLC because it's not. Wait, did we not?
Apparently we didn't.
I could have swore we both hit it, but all right, he's dead. Oh, just that clink sound, man. Oh, we're gonna get somebody with it eventually. You don't want none. Y'all don't want it. Tony, take out the ankles.
It's been so long, like I don't even remember this level. See, I think they would have been better with life bars in this one. You at least know how much damage you've done.
Well, that's what the whole
Well, they got
blinking
the
is.
color for sure, but
See, like they're both almost dead. So the funny thing is they both have approximately half health compared to what they had when they were just themselves.
oh, that's one. So now that we
Oh,
saved her, it's over, right?
no.
But that was the
But yeah,
whole reason. You went
we
after her to
we
go
get
save her.
look at her,
It
look
should
at her.
be over.
We got her in the bang bus. You know what I'm saying? But we got to continue on.
I'm just saying that
But
the
look
past,
who got the action. Look who got the action. Yeah, it's Mikey.
someone got to drive, and you ain't got no feet. What are you gonna do?
Hey, hand controls. Okay, they got hand controls.
Well,
Oh,
I think you got a hand control. We just talked about
hmm. I do. Get, I.
that.
Oh, oh no! I was trying to hit him before he could go. Nope. That's all right. Nice. Woo! Haha. Oh.
One off the bike.
Uh, I'm not gonna lie, man. I was always jealous of the foot because of the shoppers that they come in on. I was like, man, why can't we have bikes?
And this is why we can't have nice things.
But we do have the bang bus, so I guess we can't.
Oh,
Guess we can't be too upset. Oh, geez.
it's like a Roomba. You hit it and it moves.
Too bad it's like not trying to avoid us though. You know, like a Roomba would.
Not if you're dog shit.
They were like coming at like straight at us, like, really? That is one thing that like actually I wasn't a big fan of with the older beat 'em ups was the auto throw, right?
Uh,
Because like if I'm trying to combo and I see that there's multiple enemies about to come at me, I'm about to take a free hit because the auto throw came in. You know what I mean? Like ow, ow. Yeah. Oh, I kicked.
got him. Nope.
Oh, one more. That's me teabagging. You see it? Did you see the teabagging?
Just saying, why do these guys got better like weaponry than G.I. Joe?
Well, that's because they have Krang. You know what I mean? And Krang,
Alien.
Krang is kind of a part of the LFE, so I can't tell too much. You know what I'm saying?
I was saying
But
alien tech, but I mean, I guess that works.
I mean, you know, Krang. Yeah. but I can't divulge his secrets. You know what I mean? Like he kind of pays pretty good. Like, he pays in nachos and beer. So
Pays in that few grand chocolate. Is that what you're saying?
oh oh
I'm just saying. Right now, imagine how much money we would have spent just getting to this point.
I don't want to, Cam.
And that's just at a quarter a pop back like in the 90s. You play now and it's like $1.
Or even well, so the funny thing is like when I moved out to the Midwest, this cabinet ended up being 50 cents, for one credit. I remember when it first came out, like it was set to a quarter. So I don't know if it was just that one arcade that set it to 50 cents or what. Like I don't know. I remember that damn thing being 50 cents, and it drove us nuts, man. We think we were going in there going to spend $20, total for the whole arcade trip, and next thing you know, we ain't got squat.
$20 used to last so long in an arcade. When did they get split?
Yes, it did. Right. What? Didn't give us any dialogue, nothing like, oh, Master Splinter is gone. Nothing. Nothing. All we got was April O'Neil giving me some strange, you know what I'm saying, on the bang bus.
Give you a little shell, is that what you're saying?
She was waxing my shell.
Little turtle wax, if you know what I mean?
Oh yeah. That all natural turtle wax. Oh, come on. That should have got it.
That guy always hiding behind the corner with dynamite.
Creepy, you know? I keep expecting him to be like, got some pudding pops.
Oh, I remember these.
Yeah, but it's okay. We already took out like almost all of them, so. Oh.
Why is it that last one does not want to die?
I don't know, dude. I've tried hitting him repeatedly, and I'm actually getting messed
There
up by everything else. Trying to hit his ass, but oh my goodness, that damn boomerang. All right, you can hit those. The guns. Did I take both of those? I am so sorry. I am so sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, pay attention to what you're doing instead of just grabbing it for your beer. Okay. Bro, I remember, so I actually have the VHS tapes still, the first two episodes for the cartoon. And the second one is when this fool and his partner get introduced.
Yeah, the two guys that always remind me of the rock transformers.
Yep. Yep. I hit the wrong button. Nah, B. You gonna die. How are you not dead yet? Oh my goodness. No, I'm talking about him.
Really?
Oh.
And how does a rock guy explode anyway?
Well,
let alone him just slid off the ropes there. Just like, hey, I'm free.
Thank you, my turtle.
Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is.
The Technodrome? Yes.
Yeah.
So my brother actually used to have the toy to this. This thing was freaking massive. Good lord. My grandparents got it for him, and I was just like, good God. Oh! You gotta get back there on it. Come on.
Really?
Got it. We're good. Oh, wow.
You got
That
it.
laser was already gone, but okay. Oh no. Focus the damn traps. Get him. Ah. Like graphically speaking too, by the way, for the
Oh,
time,
Great.
primo.
Oh.
Primo. I hate everything right now. Nope.
Oh.
Oh,
Again, who puts that much effort and security that they're just going to drop that many balls?
Crane. We've been through this. Crane. I'm only gonna grab one after the fight. Okay. Can you let me go? No? Okay then. I know you gotta mash the button when they get you with that whip, but dang. Oh.
There.
Got it. Yeah. Teabag. Oh, teabag.
The other rock guy.
Oh.
I forget what that. So, and it's been forever. Wasn't this the generals from Krang's army? The other
Yes.
dimension?
Well, so the thing is, like, they're his officers, and yeah, like they're from Dimension X.
There you
remember?
go. That's what it was.
And they were at war with the neutrinos.
Which is
And
funny
the
because the neutrinos are kind of like hipsters.
Yep, exactly what they were. But they weren't square, man. I'm sorry, like whoever wrote their dialogue needed a raise.
Yeah.
But,
I mean,
for,
that's just,
but for all the wrong reasons.
it's all 80s dialogue, though.
Oh, it was so great.
About fighting back against the man.
Well, I mean that carried on throughout the '90s too. Remember?
Yeah.
I mean that's where bands like the Vandals like really shone.
Oh,
Got him.
that was-
Yeah, and Pennywise, right?
True.
Bum, bum,
There
bum,
he is.
bum, bum. Ah, the member of the LFE
You just
himself.
call him Daddy, or what's
I don't call him that.
King? Like,
No, he had very specific demands when he joined us, and we basically told him like no, and he was like okay, you know.
He's the king of the leprechauns?
Like
I mean, he's
at the
kind of the
time he didn't.
shortest.
At the time he didn't have the suit, you know what I mean? Like, and I was just like, bro, I will just yeet this stool from underneath you, okay, with you still attached to it. And after I said that, he was like, okay. You have it your way. Like he did that weird sound that he does, you know what I'm saying? I was like, that was weird. Don't do that again.
I'm gonna get boots him before I can jump in the air. I see he's blinking yellow.
Oh yeah. We almost got him. Oh. Bro, I was in there just beating the shit out of his stomach for a
There-
solid
oh.
minute.
There he goes.
Oh, he's dead.
No, he's not. He's invincible.
Oh. Oh. Oh, look.
Oh,
Oh, it's this tool. Now we gotta figure out which one's which.
I think it's the bottom one.
So do you remember any of the cartoon episodes at all?
I remember a lot of them, believe it or not.
You remember the one where he thought he was Mikey? Oh, there goes his helmet. Knocked the helmet off of one of them. That's two of them. Oroko Saki.
Oh, you split again.
So I didn't get the red one. I tried.
It's one of these two.
Yep. I'm gonna stop hitting that one. Oh, damn it.
Oh, he shrunk me.
This one on his own was such a quarter muncher, man. Like, good lord.
Simpsons was another one of those cabinets.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's gotta be
As
that
much
one
as I love
with the lightning, right?
Yep. One left. Nope.
Nope,
I
it's the one
guess
on
it's
the
the
right.
right one. Wow. Wow. The game was finally like, listen, you beat the hell out of him enough.
You gotta be honest that he's not
Oh.
splitting again.
Oh,
Helmet's off.
we got him. We got him, champ.
There he
Yeah.
goes.
Yeah, teabag him. Teabag him. Oh.
You know how many people died in that?
Technically none.
Well, the foot was all in there. You kind of knocked them out and they fell over. So, I mean, they were knocked unconscious. Freaked out by the foots, mangled the monsters, and totaled the Technodrome. That's turtle power.
It's turtle power. What about Shredder and Krang? I'm going to tell you about that. Shredder turned into Kevin Nash. And Krang became a member of the LFE. The end. So, what did you think?
Yeah, I love the beat 'em up series stuff. I really do. Oh,
Ooh,
I
that was
the stream there for a second there. See, look, this is the problem with the arcade stuff. At least back then, in the early like 90s, late 80s kind of stuff. The ending stuff was always thanks for playing. It was never really a big like cinematic ending.
Yeah, but you know what though? Like a lot of us, it was just pretty much if we got to the scene, we didn't need it, because if you got to this scene, right, like the ending scene in the arcades, right, you'd have a crowd behind you, just like holding their breath to see if you were gonna finish it with the quarters you had. And if you did, then congratulations, you guys, all you
And
needed.
you get a game over. Definitely kind of a lame ending.
Here, let's look at this. Oh, I gotta put in my signature. Hold on. Oh wait, do they now have numbers from back then? Oh, I forgot they don't. Well, we're gonna do it for the people.
Too late.
Oh well.
See, you would always think that at this point you'd have a round 2 that would be so much harder. Like
But it's literally the same game.
Yeah, I know. But the perfect example is like the fuck you that Capcom did with the Ghouls and Ghosts.
Yeah. That is true. Well, I mean, it's not just this game or that game. It was just the era. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Mm. Beat 'em ups are my favorite genre when it came to the arcade games. Like, yeah, I like the sports games. Yeah, I loved the shmups. I loved fighting games for the most part, right? But beat 'em ups is that's where the heart lies. You know what I mean? For me.
Yeah, definitely one of those things that I'd rather be running up beat 'em up or a shmup than four quarters in a basketball game or Blitz. Well, Blitz is a little different. Blitz is a little more fun, but I mean, it's a little boring, I guess, on that one. It's not like you're
So
running level
Blitz,
through level.
yeah, Blitz was all about like okay, the sports games for me were if I wasn't playing against somebody, what's the point, right? Like playing against CPU just wasn't the way to go.
For sure.
But it was the same with fighting games for the most part. Like you went through the story if you didn't have anybody else around.
But is there really a story of the fighting game?
There's always a bad guy. There's always an end boss. Don't get me wrong, but
In some of them there were, but yeah, that didn't come until later on. Closer, late '90s, early 2000s. That's when a lot of the fighting games really started having like stories. Unless
Yeah,
you're talking about SNK,
no,
because SNK.
we're talking at this point. I mean, we're talking like Tekken in the arcades. Yeah, I mean there is an ending, but at the time, like the ending was just they didn't even have vocals. They didn't even do write-overs and that stuff.
As somebody who literally had beaten that game time and time and time again in the arcades, yeah, that one was very disappointed with the whole lack of story. Like hell, nobody even really realized that there was a story being told until Tekken 2.
And even then, that was a little thin.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, so um, but hey, but that was the great thing about the beat 'em ups. At least you always had a task, you had a purpose, you had a story you were following.
Go
You
right.
know?
That's all the story you need. Go right.
No.
Save
That
the
was the
person.
task.
Save the person they're holding on to. Move to the next one. I mean,
I
this
mean,
is an
yeah.
example of that too. They don't even explain how Splinter got captured. He's just gone.
But it doesn't matter. It's the fact that he got captured is why we went up in there and
But how
did our
so
work. Did our
let's
job.
even go through that because how do you capture a master of the fighting style? He's the one who taught the ninja.
Hold on.
He's the one who taught the Ninja Turtles how to do this stuff. And even
But
in
remember,
other games,
hold on. Remember his
he's
age.
playable. But for some reason, he didn't want to get off the couch. I mean,
Remember two things. One, his age, right? He walks around with the cane. That cane is more of a weapon than anything. But whatever, he walks around with the cane, and he takes naps. He takes a lot of naps, and well, there's this thing called chlorophyll. I don't know if you ever heard of it.
can't say that I have.
Huh?
I can't say that I have.
Well, when we talk about the foot here, then we're just walking up with a damn napkin soaked full of ether or chloroform and be like, "Hey, does this smell like?"
chloroform. Yeah,
You know what I mean?
but
Yeah. No. They were using bombs, like what I'm saying. Like it's the smoke bombs. They were throwing those damn bombs. So that's how they got him. They knocked him out.
But he was awake when they see him taken away.
No, he was awake afterwards. They already had him tied up. They already ate. They raided his fridge. How the hell they have a fridge? Don't ask. But they did. You know what I mean? They kind of messed their stuff up, man. Like, oh, you got an ass mold in your couch? I'm gonna mess that all up. I'm just gonna sit here and stomp on it. Yeah, fuck your couch.
definitely one way. Definitely something I did not think about. I appreciate you filling that in for me. I never would have known.
Yeah. I mean, hey, that's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for. I'm just here to have fun and educate the peoples.
Well, so what's your final thoughts on this? Just this particular one, not necessarily the series, but this particular.
So this particular game, so it's funny, right? A lot of people talk about, when you go back and you play your favorites, you have rose-colored lenses and all that. I still thought it was, like, for the time period, I still think it's a great game. Like if we compare it to today's games, of course, it's like, yeah, I mean, you compare it to say like Shredder's Revenge, of course, that's a better game, but I
I mean,
mean,
we're also talking what 20 years difference. Actually,
exact,
actually, what is it? The 90. That's 30 years. 30-year difference plus.
so yeah, exactly. So, hell, I think, let's see, 34, 34 years. You know what I mean? So yeah,
I guess the thought
that's
behind
quite a
it is
gap.
let's just kind of look at it this way. So after running through it now, 30 plus years later, one, does it hold the same nostalgia? And
For
two,
me, yes,
and two, is this a you'd play it again? Just,
absolutely. This,
it just
this is a game I could always go back to. I could like I'm a weirdo with this game. I know there's only so much, like, oh, it's gonna get repetitive after a while. Yeah, sure, of course it is. But tell me what game isn't getting repetitive after a while?
this is true.
And that's with any game, including modern games. You're not gonna show me a game that doesn't get repetitive after you put some time into it. Think about it. This game has been out for 34 years. It was my favorite game in the arcades as a kid, right? When I was like 3 and 4 years old. And it's, all the way up until I was like 10. And it's still one of my favorite beat 'em ups of all time.
Well, there's a
It
lot of those.
plays
That's
good.
that's that's a
Like,
big statement for sure.
yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Am I saying it's the best one ever? No, I'm not going to say that. It is it's absolutely one of my favorite games, right? It's one of my favorite beat 'em ups. I'll admit this though. There are games that came out for like the Genesis, for example, that are better mechanically speaking. They got more going on for it. And we'll talk about those titles at some point, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's just an example, you know what I mean? Um I love this game. I think Konami did a great job. I you know, I'd love to see more beat 'em ups, brought forth, to modern games. And I think we're going to start seeing that, especially with the popularity of, say, Shredder's Revenge and SOR4.
Yeah. I mean,
You
a lot
know,
of it
like,
too. They try to revamp stuff. I mean, not necessarily Konami, but when Scott Pilgrim, when that one came out, they tried to kind of revamp the genre. Then it just didn't kind of stick.
so funny thing about that game, I bought that game almost a year ago on the Xbox when it was on super cheap with the intention of playing it with Moat, and we still have not gotten around to playing it. I've
You know,
never played it. I've
I
never played
played
it.
it. I played it on PlayStation way back
Hmm.
when. Amazing. That like as far as it goes for we're gonna call it a pixel beat 'em up. Definitely one of my favorites.
I've honestly heard nothing but great things about that game. I haven't heard anything bad about it. That's another game I'm willing to run. Any games that are recommended to us or to me, I'm willing to give it a shot. You know what I mean? Like I am. So, hmm, brings me to a good point here. Here's a good little segue mentioning that. So, if anybody's watching this, if you guys have any suggestions or any type of co-op games or multiplayer games that you'd like us to play that aren't like, say, fighting games, right? Let us know. Comment below. Let us know what games maybe are your favorites. Like, let us know how you feel about this particular title or any title for that matter.
Even
If you
hidden
ever,
gems. I mean, that stuff like one of the ones I mentioned to you before. Cadillacs and Dinosaurs just never got enough love. It's a fun beat 'em up, but a lot of people tend to gravitate to like this, like a Double Dragon, something a little more mainstream.
yeah, and that's a game that I definitely want to hit buttons on because again, it's a game I've always heard of, right? From certain groups, right? And they were always like the guys that were really locked in with video gaming, like that was their main hobby. And there's nothing wrong with that, Hey, I'm all for it, but like I never had the opportunity to play it before. Now I do. Let's go. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm on board with trying it out at some point. Yeah.
Well, any kind of final last thoughts here, I guess.
Final last thoughts are TMT is the absolute shit, and if you don't agree with that, I go
Come
stub
at
both your toes.
come
All
come
of
at
them.
me, come
Go,
at me,
go,
bro. Is that what we're going with?
come at me, bro. You know, get down on your knees and tell me you love me. That kind of thing. Yep, let's go.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Well,
We went there. We
definitely
get
enjoyable.
disrespectful.
Definitely a lot of fun for sure. Well,
Do you have any final thoughts?
you know, as much as I love Ninja Turtles, I don't think that this is one I'd go back to.
That's
Like
fair.
I mean, I definitely prefer something more like the Turtles in Time, something that kind of mixed it up a little bit, that gave it a little more flair. Not that this is bad in any way, shape, or form. I not my favorite. When it comes to beat 'em
Well,
up stuff, it's fun. It's just not my top pick.
so Turtles in Time is a completely different beast, and I'll tell you right now, I got to touch that in the arcade a couple of times, like a handful of times. Never beat it in the arcade that I can recall, but I definitely beat it on the Super Nintendo. That is a game again I could always go back to, right? But it's yeah, no, I definitely get it. That game was amazing.
I think it took everything from this and just made it better. I mean, graphically, it's not a
I agree.
huge upgrade, but I think just the mechanics that they changed in it, I think feel a little more responsive to me.
We won't go into too many details in this video about the or in this segment right here about the mechanics, but I will say this: they definitely added some very unique mechanics to that game, and when we go to play it, we'll discuss it in you know more in detail and stuff. Like, oh, God, that is it's a wonderful title.
All right. Well, I guess that
But
about does it here. Any
yep.
last words?
Well, with that, I'd like to give a shout out to our sponsors over at Big League Chew, and also like to say, hey, you know, if you like the content that you watch, you like you know what we said or you know all that stuff, you know, like, comment, subscribe, you know, and enjoy. You know, check out the other stuff that's going on over here.
Awesome. Well, we appreciate you. I guess that's
Yep.
a big game over.
Big game over. Till next time, take it easy.